T. Presbitero, a student who, like many of you, is concerned about the problems that continue to affect our country today. Even though I'm still young, I believe that understanding our nation's issues is important because one day we will be the ones to lead and build this country. Today, I want to share my thoughts and stand about three major issues that are happening in the Philippines: gas flood control projects, substandard infrastructures, and higher taxes among Filipino workers and consumers. These problems may sound complicated, but they have one thing in common. They affect the lives of ordinary Filipinos and every single day. So first, let me start with the first one, the gas flood control projects. These are projects that are written on paper, but when you visit the actual location, nothing was ever built. Imagine millions or even billions of pesos are released for these supposed projects, yet there are no canals, no drainage systems, and no improvements at all. The saddest part is that these funds come from the hard earned money of taxpayers. When floods hit, people lose their homes, their belongings, and sometimes even their lives. And when you realize that there was already a budget meant to prevent those floods, but it was never used properly, it makes you question, where did the money go? This issue is not only about corruption, it's about the lack of compassion and honesty among some officials who trusted to serve the people. Next, let's talk about substandard infrastructures, such as poorly built classroom, buildings, roads, and bridge. I think many students like me may have seen these personally classrooms that have cracked walls, leaking roofs, or uneven floors. Some schools were newly built but already have damage. After a short time, even roads that were just finished start breaking. After a few months of rain, it's frustrating because these infrastructures are supposed to help us. They should make education safer, travel easier, and communities stronger. But because some contractor use poor materials or rush the construction just to save money, the result become unsafe and wasteful. Instead of helping the people, these projects become another example of inefficiency and corruption. What's even worse is that these substandard projects also affect education. When classrooms are not safe or comfortable, it becomes harder for the students to focus and learn. Teachers also struggle to teach in poor conditions. That's why it's important that every infrastructures, especially schools, is built with quality and care. Now, let's move on to the third issues. Higher taxes among Filipino workers and consumers. We often heard adults complain about how much of their salary or goes to on taxes, and as students, we might not fully understand it. But one day, we will also experience it. Taxes are supposed to be used for the good of everyone. They help build roads, hospitals, schools, and government services. But many of Filipinos are starting to feel that they are paying more yet getting less in return. When taxes increase, the price of goods and services also go up. Workers' take-home pay becomes smaller while the cost of living keep rising. It becomes harder for the families buy food, pay bills, and save money. The question is, are our taxes being used properly? Are they going to real projects that help the people or they being wasted or stolen? The problem here is not the idea of paying taxes itself. The real issues of trust, fairness, will be willing to pay taxes. They can see real result. If they see better roads, better schools, and better services. But when they see ghost projects or poorly made infrastructures, it's only natural for them to lose trust in the system. So, what can we do about these problems? First, there must be transparency and accountability in every government project. The public should be able to see how their money is being used. Every project, whether it's for flood control, road construction, or education, should be properly documented and reported to the people. There should be no secrets when it comes to the public funds. Second, we need to strengthen quality control. Government engineers, inspectors, and contractors should take full responsibility for the materials and workmanship of every infrastructure. Cutting corners should never be tolerated. Our country deserves infrastructures that last not once, that crumble after a few months. Third, the government should rethink its tax policies. Instead of increasing taxes, they should make sure that the money already collected is used properly. They should also make sure that big corporations and wealthy individuals pay their fair share. It's unfair when ordinary workers carry the burden while others escape responsibility. And lastly, as a students, we may not be in power, but we can make difference through awareness and education. We must learn about these issues so that when it's our turn to lead, we can choose honestly and integrity and fairness. By understand these problems, we prepare ourselves to become the kind of leaders who will never repeat the same mistakes. Despite all these challenges, I still believe there is hope, the silver lining in all of this, that more Filipinos, especially the youth, are now becoming aware and involved. Social media and modern communication have given us the power to speak up and call out what is wrong. People are starting to demand transparency, accountability, and good governance. Change doesn't happen overnight, but awareness is the first step. And as students, our role is to continue learning, questioning, and participating in discussions that will shape the future of our nation. Let's dream of a Philippines where no project is ghosted, where every classroom is strong and safe, and where every piece of tax is used wisely and honestly. A country where leaders truly serve the Filipino, and where citizens, young and old, work together for progress. In the end, these issues remind us that progress is not just about building roads or collecting taxes. It's about building trust, honesty, and unity. Thank you, and may we will continue to stand for truth, accountability, and hope for our beloved country.